Imagine, for a moment, that success is not a straight line, not a ladder you climb, not a race you win, but a shape, invisible, silent, and mathematical. Most people search for success the way they search for treasure, running faster, working harder, collecting more. But history tells us something strange. The people who changed the world, the scientists, artists, thinkers, innovators, they did not run faster. They looked differently. Albert Einstein once changed our understanding of the universe, not by building a bigger telescope, but by asking a quieter question. What would happen if I rode on a beam of light? This was not ambition. This was geometry. Because the universe, it turns out, is not driven by effort alone, but by structure, and so is success. Today, we will explore the hidden geometry of success, the unseen patterns that bend reality in your favor. When you learn how to think, not harder, but deeper, success is not linear. We are taught a simple equation. Work harder gives achieve more gives become successful. But nature does not work this way. A seed does not grow faster if you pull on it. A planet does not move in straight lines. Light itself bends. Einstein showed us that space and time are curved. Mass bends space. Energy bends reality. And here is the uncomfortable truth. Success behaves the same way. Progress is not linear. It is curved. There are long periods where nothing seems to happen, followed by sudden leaps that feel like magic. People call this luck, but luck is often geometry you do not yet understand. Think of a graph. At first, the line is almost flat. Days, months, years of effort. Then, suddenly, the curve rises. Most people quit before the curve reveals itself. Einstein once said, "It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer." He understood curvature. Success does not reward speed. It rewards persistence through invisibility. The power of thought experiments. Einstein did not run experiments with machines. He ran them with imagination. He closed his eyes and bent reality inside his mind. This is where most people fail. They copy strategies instead of building understanding. They ask, what did successful people do? Instead of, how did they think? A thought experiment is not fantasy. It is disciplined imagination. Ask yourself, what if effort is not the bottleneck? What if attention is? What if success is not about adding more, but removing distortion? Einstein stripped problems down until only truth remained. No noise, no ego, no unnecessary complexity. And suddenly, the answer appeared. This is geometry again. When a shape is cluttered, you cannot see its structure. When your life is cluttered with comparison, urgency, fear, you cannot see opportunity. Clarity is not motivation. Clarity is alignment. Relative success. Einstein taught us something revolutionary. There is no absolute time, no absolute motion. Everything is relative. Success works the same way. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are simply moving in a different frame of reference. A fish does not compete with a bird. A poet does not compete with an engineer. Yet humans insist on racing on the same track, toward the same definitions: money, status, speed. But when everyone runs in the same direction, innovation disappears. Einstein did not try to be Newton. He changed the question. Success is not about being better than others. It is about being true to your vector. Your direction matters more than your velocity. Move slowly in the right direction, and you will eventually pass those running fast toward the wrong horizon. Curiosity bends reality. Curiosity is gravity. It pulls ideas toward each other. It bends information into insight. Children are curious. Adults are efficient. And efficiency is the enemy of discovery. Einstein protected his curiosity fiercely. He allowed himself to look foolish, to ask simple questions, to be slow. In a world obsessed with output, curiosity feels unproductive, but it is secretly powerful. Curiosity keeps your mind flexible, and flexibility is intelligence. Rigid Rigid minds break under pressure. Flexible minds bend and survive. Every breakthrough in history came from someone curious enough to ignore convention. Success is not built by certainty. It is built by wonder. The geometry of failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a coordinate. Einstein failed often. Wrong equations. Rejected papers. Years of obscurity. But he understood something crucial. Failure shows you the curvature of the problem. When something fails, it reveals where your assumptions are wrong. Most people take failure personally. Einstein took it informationally. He adjusted the model, not his worth. Success belongs to those who can fail without collapsing their identity. If you are afraid to be wrong, you will never be original. And originality is the engine of impact. Success is not a destination. It is a shape you learn to move within. A geometry of patience, curiosity, perspective. The universe does not reward force. It rewards alignment. So stop chasing success like a straight line. Start bending your thinking. Ask better questions. Slow down enough to notice patterns. Trust the curve before it rises. And remember, you do not need to think faster. You need to think deeper. Because when you understand the geometry, success becomes inevitable.